subscribe to YouTube Premium, I'm just Anne. People often go to me, they often go, Adam, that's an unusual name. They don't, this is padding. They say, Adam, that's an unusual name. Are you named after the Bible? And I say, well, no, otherwise my name would be the Bible. I'm not much of a comedian, I'm more of a poet, so it's alright if I just start with some of my slam poetry. It's award-winning slam poetry.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll introduce myself to everyone. I am 22, both in age and inches. That's right, ladies, I am deceptively short. And I am in a platonic relationship with my girlfriend. Woo!
Platonic?
That's the joke, Roy. The reason I'm dating Paggy, who is our wonderful headliner, is because all the other comedians rejected my advances. I'm just kidding. Steve, meet me after the show. No, it's been going well. It's been going well, our relationship, hasn't it, Paggy? Hasn't it? Say yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
But we've had some ups and downs, haven't we? And she said, Paggy, you said to me the other day, you said, Adam, I'd like to complain about two things. First of all, the stupid voice you do every time you talk about me. And second of all, you can't flirt. You flirt like you're using ChatGPT for every social interaction. And I said to her, babes, as an AI language model, I'm unable to confirm or deny these allegations. Being a relationship, this is one of the only things I'm going to be talking about today. But before I talk about other things, it's worth mentioning that I'm autistic and Paggy is also autistic, and I really should have practiced safe sex. No, I'm kidding. It's not a sexually transmitted disease. It's still an STD, but it's more of a sinfully transmitted disease. You see, according to a YouTube commenter, I'm autistic because I sinned in a past life. And I didn't believe it at first because I've got all these weighted evidence. You've got like lived experience, studies for decades, and research, and then you've got Julie in 1488 who commented on the section of a music video saying, "You suck, you're evil, and you're bad, and you sinned in a past life, and that's why you're autistic." And I wasn't having this. I wasn't sure, but then it turned out to be true. I actually met my past self, and he's here tonight. Can you believe it? Yeah, so he's an absolute scumbag, and he's the reason I'm disabled, according to Julie, who is an expert. So I'm going to need everyone except the people filming to close their eyes, because otherwise it will look like shit. And I'm going to introduce to you my past self, Mr. Vernon Wazzock.
Hello! My name's Vernon, and I'm a bit of a cunt. Why do they call them hot dogs when all dogs are kind of hot there? Did you hear the news recently? The news? An anchorman died recently swallowing a microphone. No, I screwed that up. The anchorman died deep throating a microphone. The news was hard to swallow. I was playing cricket the other day and I had the shits. I had involuntary bowel movements.
So that was Vernon. He's never coming back. Vernon, why would you knock that over? Anyway, so yes, I'm autistic, and being autistic is fantastic. It's got so many advantages. I highly recommend being disabled if you can give it a go. I'm what's known as Schrodinger's cripple. When I apply for benefits, I'm not disabled, but when I get bullied, I really fucking am. So it's in the moment. It's like I'm an anime superhero undergoing a magical transformation into a spaz. Being autistic is actually fantastic. Everything about it is great. I'm incredibly good at pattern recognition. I've solved every single Where's Wally book. He's on the front cover every time. You guys need to stop but there are some, surprising enough, being disabled isn't all that great. For example, I'm very out of touch with Gen Z culture, and I think it's because I tend to hyperfixate on my special interests and not what's relevant. I didn't know who Taylor Swift was until yesterday. I thought she was just a very efficient seamstress. Come on, guys, come on. How was I supposed to know she's the #1 climate terrorist? Taylor Swift, say what you will about her, she's like today's Osama bin Laden. She's done a lot of damage with her plane, and she's got a religious fan base. of touch. I didn't even know what the internet was until I googled it. There's a lot of porn on there, isn't there? Yeah, no, we discovered porn by accident on the internet. And I clicked on some to see what it was, and it disgusts me. It disgusts me that we would watch these disgusting films that do not follow the 3-act structure, or at least attempt to cleverly subvert it. These masturboteurs sitting at their desks writing, thinking they're so clever. Plot point A, a broken sink. A female protagonist, she notices a broken sink, and she can't fix it by herself. And I'm like, what a nuanced character, what a nuanced protagonist. She's smart enough to recognise the problem, but she can't fix it by herself. What a great way to introduce our next character. And the next character comes in, he opens the door without knocking, which is interesting, so it really establishes what he's like as a person. He's musky, he's got a shower. I'm like, what's his story? He's got a lot of tattoos, hasn't he? What's his story? I wonder how he and this unlikely pairing are going to get along. Oh, never mind, they're just fucking! All of that build-up for nothing, and the sink never gets fixed. And the title always seems to give away what happens. Slut gets fucked. Oh, I wonder what happens in this one. Young Milk gets surprised with cream pie from Hung Dude. Oh, okay. This isn't very avant-garde, is it? Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. One of the greatest films of all time. Best plot twist of all the cinema. Luke, I am your father. And I know I quoted it wrong, but I like pissing off nerds. But Star porn can't even go halfway. It's always step-siblings. And they always reveal at the beginning so the stakes are low. Anyway, I'm not just a pervert, I'm a genius. I've also noticed that there's some problems with the news, aren't there, as well? Have you guys been watching the news recently? It's a terrible programme. I don't know why we're watching it. It breaks the main rule of storytelling, show, don't tell. And the actors, they're always reading it like it's from an auto cue or something like that. It's terrible acting. But so we've been on the internet, and I also discovered among the pornographic websites, WWF, that's my least favourite, because I know you're thinking, the World Wildlife Fund, that's not a pornographic website. Like hell it is. It's animal-only fans. It's only farms, if you will. I don't think I do farm animals. I've got an alternative punchline. Zoonly fans. Thank you. It is pornographic. I discovered it. I was like, adopt your own tiger today. And I was like, hell yeah, I'd like to adopt a tiger. That sounds really cool. And I didn't adopt a tiger. I'm paying for pictures of the next Frosties mascot. $15 a month. And I can't believe I had to jerk off to that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not great. But yeah, so we've been looking at the internet for inspiration for our sex life. And we've been trying out roleplay recently, haven't we? Well, she suggested roleplay, right? And I was like, babes, I am way too old for Dungeons and Dragons. And she said, no. Something more real, something more raw. And I was like, real life? And she's like, yeah, well, I mean, improv, that's even more immature. So I run an improv group. No. And then she said, no. And she got the police. She dressed up as a police officer. And I was like, oh, I see where this is going. And she got the handcuffs on. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win a role play. So I dressed up as a Tory MP. Look, I operate on a very free speech policy, and that is say what you will about the Tories. And I will, they're cunts! I've been Adam, you've been absolutely wonderful.